Yeah, Hollywood, Tennessee, Hollywood AC. It's the show, man. Watch it. It's Hollywood in the big M town. How AC do it, man, 10 toes down. The show is on, so watch me now. Sit back and relax and turn up the dial. It's Hollywood in the big M town. How AC do it, man, 10 toes down. The show is on, so watch me now. Sit back and relax and turn up the dial.
Check out how he do it. AC Cool, no sweat. Interviewing Memphis talent.
Welcome to the Hollywood AC Show. Today's guest is Ms.Ross. Ms.Ross, we talked with you the last time. You had a movie, the Cellular Effect, was going to debut, and it didn't. So today's the day. We're going to talk about your experience with that. You elaborate on that. Tell us what happened with that, and what is the movie doing at this point?
Okay. It was supposed to premiere on September the 18th.
That's correct.
At the Paradiso Theater. I spent about $3,700 to make that happen.
Wow.
Out of my pocket, independently, all by myself. My cast members had got out and sold tickets, and we packed it. It was packed.
Right.
All that day, maybe 2 days ahead of time, we had been trying to, I say download so people can understand what I'm saying, but it's actually called rendering.
Right. It's a long process.
It's a long process. To render my film, it said it took 48 hours.
Wow.
Because it's a 2-hour movie. Now, since that time, we've cut some things down to make it a little bit shorter.
Okay.
After talking to PR and distribution and everything, we made it a little bit shorter. Some things were removed, and I hate to say it, but it didn't need to show.
Okay.
It didn't need to show because, in going back looking at it,
right,
we found about 7-8 mistakes.
Okay.
7 things that needed to be fixed.
Okay. So it was a plus that it did show.
It was a plus, but the main plus was that supporters of mine had bought young children out.
Wow.
Now,
wow.
There's no sex involved, so the Motion Picture Association of America told me that I wouldn't get a rated R rating, but it would probably be PG-17 because it's a lot of cursing in it. And I do that just because I wanted to show people who they are or what they looked like to other people when I see you online.
Right, right.
You, in one breath, you saying something about the Lord, and in the next minute, you're cursing. And sometimes you mix it.
Okay.
You'll say, GD, God help me.
Right,
I mean, how do you mix the two?
That don't go together.
Yeah, it don't go together.
Right.
So I was trying to show people what you look like. Well, Christians won't like this. Well, I know a lot of people say they're Christians, be in church and news with me every Sunday.
Right.
But when they leave out, they cussing up a storm.
Right.
I'm trying to show you what you look like. Before they hit the parking lot. Before they even hit the parking lot. I'm trying to show you what you look like. You appear online as this perfect person, and then when you leave, you slapping and beating your children around.
Right.
You think it's funny to come online and beat them, whoop them, and post it.
Right.
Is that discipline? Who felt good? You or the child? And something is wrong with you if you felt good. What were you doing when you were that age to be disciplined? What happened? How did your mom and dad handle you? So maybe if you take it back to there, the child would be okay. Or maybe if you didn't give a 8-year-old child a cell phone, they'd be okay.
Right, right.
Why would you give a baby a cell phone?
Right, right.
Well, I did it to protect them, and it's crazy people out here. Crazy people been alive ever since the earth was invented.
So by them having to sell your phone, they're actually causing cellular effects.
Exactly. You know, so the movie didn't show because one about a week before it was time for us to go to the theaters, my sound manager at that time said that he couldn't do the scoring.
Okay.
That a week to get the scoring done was not enough time, because looking at the footage, he needed more time to attach his name to it. He didn't want to rush it.
Okay.
So I respected that, and we had to go and find somebody else. One of my producers, Patrick Jackson, called someone that he knew to get on it. He agreed to close himself off for 48 hours, 72 hours, and try to score the movie, which he needed way more time to score a movie.
Right.
I had contacted some other sound people and composers, and they told me the same thing. You know, on a movie that long, I at least need a month.
Right.
You know, so
But
I'm having a Cellular Effect. So for somebody to do it in 3 days is,
but this is a process that you learn from.
yeah. So
I
I
mean,
said
your first
on
movie, so
movie
you learn.
one, I learned
Right.
a whole lot. But all in all, I said to the producers, I gotta do this.
Okay.
I gotta do this. I got
This is
people
a
got
passion.
tickets.
This is
Not necessarily that. It wasn't about me. It was about the people who were supporting me and who were
Okay.
pushing for me. I had walked away from so much. I had walked away from a home, a relationship, everything to get this done. Everything of me was dependent on
Right.
this movie to show.
Okay.
But what was so hurtful is when it didn't show, it's like they came at me. You know, do you know how I feel right now? And for you to come on Facebook and say ugly things and mean things, that is absolutely awful. I would never do that. I can't imagine somebody praying for somebody's downfall
wow.
or hoping that it don't work.
Yeah.
You know, why? In anything that you do, I wish you the best. I hope
Right,
that you
right.
make all that you want and you're able to take care of your babies, your families, your husband, your wives. Why would I want you to be out here, excuse me, fucked up? Why would I want to see you on bottom?
Wow.
But that's how you act, like you wanted to see me fucked up.
And that's how people came at you.
Yeah. You act, it was somebody made a post, is it karma or is it just bad luck? I'm just saying, God will humble you.
Wow.
Look, don't come for me unless I send for you.
Right. Right.
Okay? Now, my people say, well, Tish, I think this person is talking about you. I'm like, he can't be.
Right.
He can't be,
right.
because this ain't what he want.
Right.
You know, so I said, no, what you need to do is humble yourself. Because for one, it did need to show, because I had babies in that theater. And I don't need no child go home saying motherfucker and saying that they got it out of Leticia Ross's film. There were older people in there, and I need to advise them on what they're about to see before they seen it.
Right.
And
right.
that is what a trailer is for, to introduce the movie, so they have the right to say if that's something that they want to see. And
Right,
they didn't
right.
have the chance to do that.
Right.
And see, all in all, there was 350 people in that theater. And I refunded 5 people only because they had just walked through that door.
Right.
And and that's $10 right there in my hand. So they was like, okay, well, just give me that 10 back and call us back or whatever when you do this again. But the
Okay.
ticket sales, I didn't return nothing.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So actually, what the ticket sales did was pay for that night.
Right,
It's like
right.
a wash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't go home with anything,
Right.
but I didn't really lose anything because the ticket sales paid for it.
Okay. Let me ask you this: at that moment, you've been working so hard to get your movie out there, and it didn't happen. For one moment, did you have a point where you said, "Okay"? Let's say, were you doubtful about even making the movie?
Yes.
You were.
Very, very much so. I said, you know, maybe this is not what I'm supposed to do. Maybe I need to go to work at Baptist Hospital, Exxon gas station. Or maybe I need to go to work at Exxon gas station or some shit, because this ain't what it is. If this
Right.
what it's going to feel like, I don't want to do
You
it.
want a part of it.
You know, I got with Freeway Rick Ross. I listened to what Tyler Perry had to say in previous interviews, and a young lady who came and bought 2 tickets from me actually on today, she said, you know, Leticia, I saw Tyler Perry come to Memphis, and Orpheum Theater holds 2,400, and he had rented out Orpheum Theater, and it probably won 50 people in there for him
Right.
to his first time out the gate. But just you packed Paradiso Theater. But your testimony is that for some reason your movie wouldn't show. So God had to do that because why? And I said, what you mean? She said, what has happened since that time? I said, well, I started off with about 60 people on my team. I'm down to about 32. And those 32 about to be cut. Because as I'm out here right now pushing the re-premiere of this movie to take place on this Saturday on October 25th at University of Memphis,
Okay.
I see about 7 people pushing for me
Okay.
in a cast of, again, 60.
Okay. Now, let me stop you there.
Mhm.
You said it's finna debut again. You got another date at University of Memphis. How did you come across that?
Let me tell you something. I don't mean no harm in what I'm about to say. But do you know that a black woman can get to a white man faster than you can?
I can believe that. Very much so. Very much so.
So sometimes it's just the persuasion of the woman.
Right.
I walked in there and they bought into me before it even came out of my mouth.
Okay.
They knew who I was when I entered the room.
Okay.
He said it is just your presence. It is the fact that you did not stop. It is the fact that you are not wallowing in it. I said, well, I did for about a week or so. I went and got under the covers and laid down with my little 3 dogs and just, you know, didn't even want to do it. It's hard to even talk about it because the cast members, they were so beautifully dressed. You know, they did exactly what I asked them to do. We did the all black thing, you know, and they
Okay.
shining and hair all done and family members in there watching them. And I hit that corner, ACI. I was over at Dillard's trying to find me something to wear because I was out in pajamas moving around trying to get the movie to play. Whatever Paradiso was telling me to go buy, the producers and stuff, we was out at Best Buy trying to get it.
Trying to get it.
Right, so when they told me, Leticia, they in here and it's packed in here, you got to say something. I said, okay, Lord, what I'm supposed to do? How I'm supposed to fix this? What I'm supposed to do? God said, tell him to put that microphone to his cell phone and you talk to him. And I don't know why we argue with God, but we do. I'm like, you want me to put the phone to the put the phone to the cell phone? What's that going to do?
Right,
God
right.
said, do it. So Rip Entertainment, he's doing a movie called Awakening of a Troubled Mind. He and his team members was in there to support me, and he called me. I said, Rip, this what you do. Go in the theater and tell me if you see a microphone. He went in there. He said, no, I don't see one. I said, well, I'm supposed to have a microphone to talk to the audience. Go get the microphone. So he ran out there and got it. He said, okay, I got it. What you want me to do now? I said, put your phone on speaker. He put his phone on speaker. I said, now take your phone and put it to that mic. And he was like, huh?
Right. Right.
He know where I was going with it, right?
Right.
So yeah, take your phone, put it on speakerphone, put it to the mic. He put it to the mic, and I said, hello? And I could hear some people in the background saying, hello? I said, Rip, did they hear me? He said, I don't know, say it one more time. I said, hello, y'all, this is Leticia. Can you hear me? And the people would say, yeah. I said, I'm going to say it one more time. I need y'all to get a little louder so I can make sure everybody hear me. And I said, do you hear me? And then everybody then knew it was me.
Right. Right.
And I said, y'all, I'm over here across the street at the Orcutt Mall. I got on my pajamas. I'm about to check out with this outfit, and I'm going to go next door into the Exxon gas station and change and put this on. And I'll be across the street with you all to update you on what's happening. So I did that. And he said it was people in there. It was packed, but I didn't understand that until I jumped out of the car and ran in the theater and cut another corner and hit the theater and looked up and saw 350 people sitting in there.
Wow. Wow.
for me, for the cast. And I couldn't speak for about 5 minutes.
Wow.
And they just kept saying, Tish, take your time, take your time. And I just kept taking deep breaths. And again, I asked the Lord what I'm supposed to say. And the Lord said, you tell them the truth. That's all you can say. You don't sugarcoat it. You tell them what's going on.
Right.
So I told them, I said, y'all, my producers asked me not to show this film. But I had to. I had to because the very person that I loved so dearly for the last 5 years left me.
Right.
Told me not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Told me that this city was not going to love me,
Mm-hmm.
was not going to receive me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I got to show him he wrong. I don't have family here, but these people are like family to me. And they count on me. And I got to do it. So I did it. I said, but they having trouble showing it.
Take your time.
We tried to put it on DCP file, something like that. That's how it's supposed to be shown, but it was taking 48 hours to render.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept saying, what are y'all talking about rendering? And they were saying, that's to download it. Mm-hmm. So what you do is go get a Blu-ray or DVD burner and download it that way. But it kept saying 40 hours to render. Mm-hmm. Tried to do it on DVD, and he said, well, you know, this might cut some of the quality of the film, but it'll still be a pretty film, a picture. Right. Still be a pretty picture. Right. Just do it on DVD, maybe that'll do faster. It said like 28 hours to render. Like, why is it taking so long for this to
render?
You know, to render.
Right, right.
They was saying because of the quality of the film.
Right.
So they told 305 Productions, we tell you what, break your studio down, bring your equipment here, and just show your film through our projectors or whatever that is.
Right.
They did that. They broke down a whole system. They went to New Salem to Frank Ray and asked him to use some of his stuff that may be more compatible. Pastor Ray ain't opening up no church. You know, he opened up and gave them what they needed. His assistant, somebody did. But they went to New Salem and got some equipment, bought that to Paradiso. It would not show.
So, I guess it's safe to say that God just had something better in store for you.
He didn't want it to show. And after all that, I said, it was praying people in there. Oh, they were praying. They were praying for me. It wouldn't show.
It wasn't time to show it.
It wasn't time. We went back to the studio, and when we got in there with my PR people, and they looked at it, they pointed out those 7, 8 mistakes.
Okay.
You're like, this and this and this. Take this out. Make the film a little bit shorter because y'all sitting at 2 hours and 17 minutes. Make it shorter. Do this, this, and this. So now you got other eyes on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who can give you productive some criticism that not to hurt you is to help you.
Right. Right. That's what you need.
Yeah, that's what we needed because nobody else had laid eyes on it.
Right.
It was for I wanted those group of people at the premiere to tell me what they think and give me feedback and what y'all think I ought to change, add to, take away, what you think I ought to do. Right? That's what you all are for.
Right.
This group of people right here, you are the only people who have seen this. Tell me what I need to do. Tell me what you like to see more of, or whatever. And this hasn't been put on the shelves yet. I need for you all to be, right now I don't need you to be my fan. I don't need a fan. I need you to tell me the truth.
Right.
Right. And that's what that was supposed to be about.
Okay.
You know, so I still allowed other people to put their eyes on it and tell me what to do to make it better, and they did that.
Okay. So at this point, you do have those mistakes corrected, and we're ready to roll again.
We're ready to roll again. Yeah, so this time, University of Memphis didn't give me 350 seats. They gave me 900.
Right.
Yeah, same deal, but 900 seats. And he said what you can do now is recoup the loss.
Right.
Because they had been following me online and saw that my mother was in the nursing home and everything.
Wow.
And we see that you want to bring your mother back, and you're only child, right? I said, yes, sir. I'm my mama's only child.
Wow.
And she depending on me, because if I was in there, she wouldn't let me be in a nursing home.
Right.
And I've asked for help from everybody, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And that money made was for me to pay off the nursing home. I'm still sitting with $1,088 balance,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't want them a credit, you know.
Right. Right.
So to pay things off and get things zeroed out and everything, but you know they not holding her hostage and wanting me to bring her home. So I'm gonna bring her home tomorrow. Her equipment is supposed to come first, her bed and wheelchair and things like that, and just so happened the insurance paid for all that for me 100%.
That's a blessing.
So it's just certain things that I need to take care of for her. So I got a hit.
Yeah.
I got a hit. I got my mama, 2 sons, a new grandson now who's a month old, and 3 dogs depending on me to make it.
So this is more about other folk, not yourself,
No,
in
never,
a sense, but
yeah.
but more so
Never
other people.
been about me.
Right, right. And that's what I like about you, you know, from the beginning since we've been talking. You mentioned about your cares and different people, you know, your family. So it's all, you're making it seem like it's more about them than yourself overall. And I like that about just great quality. Stay humble. I know everything's going to work out.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to see more movies coming from you.
Thank you.
And I'm just glad you stay with it, you know, because sometimes God take us through different channels to get us where He wants us to be.
I think before you get the sunshine, you're gonna get a little rain. It'll be a little storming.
Right.
It's
But see,
okay.
it's a great testimony.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I tell it to somebody else who wants to try, because the young lady I talked to today who bought the 2 tickets for me today, and when she gave it to me, I kissed it. She said, "Why you?" I said, "Because this is lunch money for my son in the morning."
Wow.
You know, you don't know what you just did. You rested my mind on my son going to school on Monday morning with some lunch money in his pocket.
Right.
So for that, I tell people that right there. It doesn't make a difference if I loan you $10,000 and you loan me $10. It's the fact that you helped me
Right.
that I
right.
never forget in
Right.
you. That you will never, with me, you will never be behind on your light bill. You'll never be behind on your rent. You'll always have Tish to call, and I promise you that. If you ever reach out and help me in any kind of way, when I needed you the most, you were there for me.
Wow.
And that's the motto at Rossville Films. I'm just trying to make you feel better. If I
like
could do
that.
something to make
I like
you feel
that.
better, then
Yeah.
I won.
I like that.
Hmm.
That is all right. Now, can you tell us more about the debut?
Okay, we're gonna debut on October 25th,
Which is a Saturday?
which
that
is
the
a Saturday, and that way we can have more fun.
Okay, that sounds good.
Cause I was gonna go to CC's nightclub on Thomas.
Right.
LD takes care of me. Mhm.
Okay,
Anytime I need to use his venue, get some chicken wings or Coca-Cola
Right.
or whatever, I can stop by and see him, and he's always open.
Okay.
You know,
okay. Shout out to LD.
Shout out to
Yeah,
LD.
LD.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Him and his staff, they welcome us. I know the last time I was filming there, I'm usually out of there at like 10, 11.
Okay.
Last time I was there, it had stormed really bad. And, you know, people had pulled over because they couldn't see. And so it had us running about 2 hours behind. So instead of him getting out at 10 o'clock, he was there with me till about 1, and he was asleep at the bar.
Oh, okay.
I said,
okay.
"Oh Lord, I'm gonna bless him." I said, "LD, how much it costs to rent out your club and we can have a party here?" He said, $15,000. I said, "No, wait. No, I didn't say how much it costs to buy into the club.
Yeah.
How much do it cost if I wanted to rent out your club and throw a party?
Right.
He said 15,000. Wait a minute, LD. Who you charging 15,000 to rent out the club? He said that's what I make a night. You make 15,000.
Wow.
LD, come on, man. You playing? Yeah. He said no. And for that man that he been in the game a long time.
Long time.
He ain't never had a problem down there. I don't hear about fights and none of that.
He's on top of it.
He make quiet money.
Yeah.
I said, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like you, Ed.
Yeah.
Quiet money, right in the heart of North
Nothing
Memphis.
but good things I've heard about him. Successful business that he have.
Right.
He stay on top of it.
On
his
top
business.
of it.
And that's the key. You know.
Good dude.
It's good to know people like that. Yeah.
So when I got out, I had to, weed them out. Because I was trying to take 100 people where I was trying to go.
Yeah.
And everybody kept saying, Tish, everybody's not going to go with you.
Right.
You can't take everybody with you.
And not only that, what you sound to me, you found out that everybody say they are for you and with you, they aren't.
Right.
So, but it's a process you go through. You learn on the way.
Is it when the first movie didn't show? Well, I'm tired of that. First when the premiere didn't show.
Right.
Well, I'm tired of that. I'm finna go into this and that, But, if you want the reward, if you want me to, put a paycheck in your pocket and hand you something for whatever, you should stick with me.
Right.
I needed this storm because I needed to see you.
Right.
So you look at it as that a movie didn't show, but I gained so much because I see you for who you are.
Right.
And you can move on and do whatever you want to do in life, and I hope you get where you're trying to go, because I know God talks to me in my dreams. I get up, people, why you be asleep at 9 and 10 o'clock? Because God would talk to me at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why. But at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, he wake me up and I have revelation on things. And that's my time with him. And he'll tell me, I did this to show you this. Like my father sitting here talking to me.
Right.
I know it may hurt what happened, but I had to show you because you weren't listening to me the other way. So I had to pop you upside the head. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. If you could say at this time to your fans, what would you say to them about the situation, and what would you say, and what would you say as far as having them to come back out and giving you that shot to look at a great movie?
Well, what I told them was when they get to University of Memphis, everybody will get a lifetime pass with me. See, the $10 that they sold into me will give them a pass to come to everything that I do for free. You see what I'm saying?
And that's
so
a pass
anywhere
you can't pass that deal up. That's a deal in itself.
For that $10 you sold in me, I'ma sold a few hundred into you.
Wow.
Wow. For everything and everywhere that I am. Anytime that you want to come where I am, you come for free.
Wow.
I receive you like you are my brother and sister. One guy said to me, Tish, didn't you say you was on the chair? I said, yes. You ain't got no brothers and sisters? I said, no. Why you ask me that? He said, because I've seen you say sis 100 times to different people on here.
Right.
I was like, silly, you crazy. Now I ain't got no 100 sisters. I say that. I said, when you see your friend, don't you say, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. I said, well, I say, what's up, sis?
Right.
It's the same thing.
Right.
He said, oh, okay. Well, I've never heard a woman do it like that. Well, you never met Leticia until now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm something different. I do that because I'm an only child. And the young ladies who are in my life daily would get on to me because they were saying, stop saying you ain't got nobody.
Right.
Stop saying you ain't got no brothers and sisters. I might not be your biological sister, but I'm here and I love you the same.
Right. Right.
You know, so I started saying sis. So y'all, you can have bruh, I can have sis.
Right. Right.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, I'm digging that.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's been incredible.
Mhm.
I enjoy talking to you.
Thank you.
Upcoming successful movie
Mhm.
writer, you are.
Mhm.
I'm naming and claiming that title for you.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see the movie and others to come.
Mhm.
Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop.
Thank you.
And Saturday the 18th,
25th.
25th, Saturday the 25th
Mhm.
at University of Memphis,
University of Memphis.
Like I said-
University of Memphis Rose Theater.
Rose Theater.
470 University Street.
Okay, and if people want to get tickets, how do they contact?
They can find me on Facebook. I come to them, or they can just pay at the door.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna be looking forward to see the Cellular Effect.
Thank you. And I wanted to tell you had asked me the question, and I wanted to tell them that I love them. I love them for sticking with me. It is amazing, AC, that people who don't even know you receive you more than people who've known you all your life.
Wow, you know that's so true.
They gravitate to me and talk to me and send me page messages on Facebook, and I'm like, for you to even take the time and even read what I said, you took time out of whatever you were doing and send me this long message.
Right,
Speaks volume. You have shut down folks who have just been around me this whole time.
right.
You know, and for any entrepreneur, if it's music or rapping or singing or acting or dancing or coloring in a coloring book or filming to whatever, like just do it. You don't know if you can get there if you don't try.
Right, right.
Yeah, and
You said a mouthful there.
Man, you gonna pop your head. You gonna say, "Why did I do it? I should have did it this way. I should have did it that way." You know, I went and worked at the car lot to try to make some money. I went and
Yeah.
worked at Collierville Ford. I went to work for the school bus system, and just got tired of getting cussed out by the parents and the children not being picked up on time. Like, Lord, I don't know what you said. I'm trying to take care of my children and my family, Lord, but you're going to have to come on and do something because I ain't going to be able to do this.
Oh wow.
I'm asking for my fans and supporters, to just stick with me, man. Help me.
Right.
Like Kevin Hart said, help.
Just help.
Help me. That's where I'm at with it. Just stick by you.
Just stick with it. Just stick with it.
Don't let go of me yet. I'm still coming. I'm
Okay,
coming.
okay.
Sometimes I feel like I'm coming. You can be in a room full of people. It's 1,000 people in there, but you still feel alone.
Right.
Because you don't know what they there for. You're like, these people love me and they want something from me, or what? So God got me going through that right now.
Okay.
And the very people you don't want to get rid of, or you don't think that's that person, God said, no, this person right here, you got to let them go.
Right.
No matter how you, like, it's almost like holding on to a marriage. Like, no, he ain't do that, or she ain't do that. And God said, yes, she did. I keep showing you.
Right.
But you stay.
So good advice you giving to artists and directors and movie writers and book writers. Great.
I'm talking about the girl in Sonic too. If she want to be, she the cashier. She want to be the manager. Do what you do. Do your thing.
Right. Just stay focused and go for it.
And go for it. Somebody got to work there. I got to eat.
Right. Right. Once again, just enjoyed you. I thank you so much for coming out and sharing this with us.
Anytime I need something, you always receive me. I told you that on the phone. So, I charge you $200. I charge you $300. Again, help me.
Well,
you receive me and don't be asking me for nothing. You just do it with arms wide open, and I appreciate you and your staff.
Well, that's one thing that we do, the SE Group. That's what we hear. We are an entertainment an entertainment company. That's what we do. We help support, artists and the craft, whatever you have. It's trying to go forward. We just try to help, and that's what we're here for.
Right. Because with you guys, I've learned how to do interviews.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad some paying off
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, you.
Thank you.
You've taught me how to, relax and talk to you. So if a person can set themselves up like that every time and just go in being genuine and 100, they you win with
that's
that.
what we asking for. If we can't get the real you, we don't want it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's our motto.
Right.
So I thank you for just being open with us. You shared a great deal of information, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much for coming out. And once again, I wish you all the best in the Cellular Effect and upcoming movies that you're going to do.
Okay.
All right. Whew. What a show. What a show. Thank y'all so much for watching the Hollywood AC show. Remember, shoot for the moon, and you're bound to find a star. Whatever your goal is, whatever you're trying to accomplish in life, stick with it. You never know unless you try.